me, please. Hello, lovely teachers. This is Heather, the Cozy Creative Teacher, and today's video I'm going to be go ahead and showing you my mid-month review using my Makselife planning system. I'm going to be kind of reviewing a little bit of the previous week and then kind of showing you an update of my new weekly actions. I'm going to also be reviewing with you just kind of a little time frame of my quarter 1 goals, which I had them actually written out in detail for every area of a life. And then of course I'm going to show you how I'm executing that using my new Makselife daily planning sheet. So come plan with me. I'm so excited to show you the updates. Okay, so first, let me just fix that rope. There we go. So first, what I really wanted to show you guys was my monthly time frame here. And let me explain what this sheet exactly is. I did this on what you call a mirror board, and you can, I'm going to show you a little side view of what that looks like. And a mirror board is basically kind of an online mind map. And I actually worked on this, I would say, probably in the first week of January. I'm just looking for a highlighter. I think this nice peach will work. And what I did with the mirror board was I specifically looked at a few areas of life, such as my business, my financial. Oh my God. Okay, so I do want to go ahead and walk you through a little bit of my 2 worksheets that I used to break down my goals. This was my this one was broken down into 3 areas of life. So for example, I'll just walk you through. I don't want to walk you through the business one because me very ambitious. But what I do want to walk you through, maybe the one for my health. Now, I was able to use ChatGPT to break down my health into 3 main categories. And if you see these bullet points, these are the milestones. So let me explain what that means. So the one thing that I want to focus on this year to strengthen my mindset and my mental health, and the way I know I'm going to accomplish that, right? That's my SMART goal. That's the milestone. Is I want to clarify what a supportive mindset looks like in daily life. And I can tell you right now, I am still working on that. Build awareness of negative or helpless thought patterns. And I'm using like a tracker for this. Practice gentle mindset shifts rooted in grace. That's something that I had intended to do daily with like an intention journal. And I think I'm going to have to shift back to the intention journal because it was like a good 5 minutes of just resetting my brain and grounding myself before the day. Creating regular space for mental and emotional check-ins. Define and practice giving yourself grace with your health. Now, let's look at maybe another one. Build physical strength. That's a fun one. Clarify what physical strength means in this season for me. Choose safe, supportive strength building approaches. Establish a gentle but consistent strength routine. That means that's a SMART goal right there, right? When I break that down even further to define what the consistent strength routine is, it could be 2 times a week, 3 times a week of strength. Build strength gradually with compassion. Notice how strength supports energy, health, and confidence. And of course, I kind of also gave myself 3 categories and SMART goals or milestones for my relationships. So this was something that I used to kind of help me map out my goals, and I did it on a mirror board. Now, this is my 90-day specific business execution. Now, what I went ahead and did was I used my North Star vision, and I specifically focused on what I want to do for the next 6 months. Now, this is a 6-month vision, so this is a little more in depth than just 90 days. Growth-based paid membership, consistent MRR, steady repeatable content distribution system. So for example, content, building trust, building conversion and delivery, clear social proof, confidence in ad scaling and refinement, and I really want to learn and master how to do ads, how to do retargeting ads, how to do creatives and multiple campaigns, and identify shift into capable grounded membership owner. So that's something, an overall goal for my 6 months. But what this activity did, and again I use ChatGPT for these, is it helped me to break down this big 90-day execution frame into at least three main focuses for my goal. So for example, here's my number 2, my monthly focus. I have 3 active projects. Just for the month of January. My 3 projects that I'm focusing on for quarter 1. I'm going to tell you right now because this is not a monthly, this is a quarterly. Core systems and workflow installation, audience growth via YouTube and community, and conversion foundations, which means challenges, bundles, ad preps, funnels, systems, etc. Now here's the project task timeline, and I believe it gave me a monthly time frame. So my first project, this is system building routine, and this is project 2 is audience growth. Project 3 is conversion foundations. And I believe what it went ahead and did it give it to me in a weekly format? Let's see. Task. And then here's the weekly workflow. So it didn't really give me, hey, you're going to do this the first week of January, second week. It gave me an overall, hey, these are the different highlights. These are the different habits. These are the different systems and points that you need to be hitting for your business every single week. So it's like a repeatable cycle for me to repeat. So Monday is CEO's Systems Day. Okay. Tuesday is Content Creation Day. That's with my YouTube scripts and my social media work. Wednesday is Recording Day. Thursday is Build and Refine. That means you're uploading videos, updating classroom content, workbook pages, welcome pages. It's kind of you're refining your overall outputs. Friday, Review and Light Growth. And what's interesting is that I did not prompt ChatGPT to give me a 7-day habitual system cycle. I asked it only for 5. And that gives me the window of Saturday and Sunday to maybe, review some of these areas. And of course, my daily self-management. And that is, of course, my intention setting. Should be your daily self-management and intention setting should be every morning. And I'm highlighting this because this is the one key thing that I'm struggling with managing right now is 10 to 15 minutes every morning of setting your intentions, hitting your top 3, because you cannot do 10 to 12 goals a day. You're looking for top 3. You're using an Eisenhower matrix to sort based upon priority. Looking for synergy. I'm connecting to my role model self. I actually have like a spreadsheet that I use to track so many different areas of my life in an analytical way. And of course, during the day, I track time loosely. I course correct if I feel like I haven't hit any of these milestones. And I do have a midday check-in. I call it specifically my protected lunch hour. And the protected lunch hour is literally even on my personal and my work calendar. So my whole staff has that calendar, so they know when it says protected lunch, they are not to interrupt me. Unless, of course, it's an emergency. And then, of course, my evening debrief via Loom or a journal and capture insights in my content bank. What I do with my debrief is I record it and I analyze that debrief in ChatGPT to identify any key areas that I'm focusing on, or that that ChatGPT can tell me, hey, you're repeating this constant idea or phrase in your evening reflection. Maybe this is something you should be looking at in another way. And now here's a supplemental workflow. Weekly business focus tracker, which I do have. Here's my weekly business tracker. I do have a YouTube workflow tracker. That's again in my business tracker. My community engagement tracker is actually in a spreadsheet that I use. Challenge offer, build a checklist. That's another spreadsheet. And my ad prep tracker is on a spreadsheet. So some of them, because they involve analytics and formulas, which is engagement tracker, challenge offer builders, a checklist, and ads. Because they involve analytics, I use a spreadsheet. But these are basically the focal points of what I used to help set up my Makselife. So I think since now that I kind of went over with you like the meat and potatoes, I want to show you how I'm going to go ahead and work on my weekly actions, set up my weekly goals for this third week of January, and then I'm going to show you how I take this information and lay it out into my daily checklist planner. So